boys and girls, and welcome to On the Go. It's been so much fun exploring different countries with you guys this summer and going all over the world to learn about the different names of God. We've been places like Brazil, New Zealand, Egypt, and England, and today we're going to go to another country. Take a look at these clues and see if you can guess where we are headed this morning. Welcome to China! I'm so excited to explore this country with you. My friend Wander Round, say hello to him. He's going to welcome us to China and show us what this country has to offer, and even go on a search for a unique souvenir with us. Let's say hello!
Ni hao! That's basically the Chinese way of saying, "What's up, GeoQuesters? I'm Wander Round, the guide for all your global quest. And today you found yourself in the land of the panda bear, the great country of China." Speaking of pandas, bamboo makes up about 99% of their diet. That's basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Can I take your order? I'll have your #1 bamboo meal with extra bamboo on the side, and I'll take a bamboo shake as well. And while the pandas are getting their grub on, the locals will be over here eating sticky rice with their chopsticks made from the rest of the bamboo. Over 50 billion pairs of chopsticks are made each year. That is a lot of chopping. Too bad I don't have any chopsticks handy. I sure could go for some fried rice. Rice is a big part of life here in China, and it's not just a delicious side dish. Little known fact, it's also been holding China's greatest defense together for hundreds of years. The one and only Great Wall of China. But back to food. Rice isn't the only thing they treasure here in the world's most populated country. Among other food delicacies are seaweed and even frogs. I think I'll stick to rice right now. Oh, let's not forget about sports here in China. They may have won 28 Olympic gold medals in table tennis, but that's not even their main sport played on the reg. Other sports include martial arts, such as karate, dragon boat racing, and of course, soccer. Doesn't it seem like all the countries play soccer? Now that you know where you are, it's time you find your souvenir. You can find it at coordinates 40 degrees north, south, east, west, 25 divided by triangle. That's where you'll find it. Did you catch any of that? If not, don't worry. I've loaded them into GeoCube. And never fear, the clue giver is here. Wander Around is coming in hot. Here's what you're looking for. The average weight of one is about 300 pounds, but yours only weighs about 3. It's holding its favorite snack, and it's the color of newspaper. Come back once you found the souvenir. Good luck, Questers!
Man, China is such a cool country. Does anyone want to take a guess what unique souvenir we're going to take home with us?
P-A-N-D-A, bear, panda bear, panda bear, panda bear. You found the panda bear. Great job, Questers. There was no bamboozling you, and now you have your very own bamboo bear to take home with you. Look, it's even holding its favorite snack. You know, bamboo isn't just a tasty treat for pandas. It also makes a great place to live, which is a little crazy because they're basically eating their houses. Pandas are able to hide in the shadows of bamboo forests and be practically camouflaged. It can also be used to defend them from harmful predators. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pandas with bamboo lightsabers? Not exactly. The bamboo is more like a wall to defend them. It's like their very own edible Great Wall of China. We all need a little protection from time to time, but do you know who always has our back and is the greatest defender of all? God. In the Bible, there's a story about 2 kings who were at war. There was a really bad dude, the king of Aram, and a really good dude, the king of Israel. The king of Aram was pretty bad to the bone, and he would make all kinds of plans to attack God's people, the Israelites. But what he didn't know was that there was a prophet named Elisha who was getting the inside scoop from God. Not like text messages with all the memes and emojis, but he was legit hearing God speak directly to him, telling him the exact moves the king of Aram was planning. You better believe Elisha did not keep those messages to himself though. He went straight to the king of Israel to tell him what's up. This happened a bunch of times, and it made the king of Aram so mad. For example, if King Aram's army went north, the Israelite army knew and went south. If they ordered chicken, God's people ordered burgers. Okay, well, maybe not that last part, but it was like the Israelites could read his mind. But how? The bad king sent for his army guys and demanded they fess up and tell who was destroying their plans. One of them spoke up and told them about Elisha, who was telling the king of Israel everything that was going on. This was not okay with the king, so he devised a plan to get rid of Elisha once and for all. That night, the bad king sent horses and chariots and a strong army to surround the city where Elisha was staying. Early in the morning, Elisha's servant went outside and saw the army everywhere he looked. Soldiers were surrounding them and the city. Elisha's servant began to freak out, and he ran to Elisha asking what they should do. And you know what Elisha did? Do you? Get this. He prayed. And wouldn't you know it, the servant's eyes were open to see that they were surrounded by another army. God's army, with horses and chariots made of fire. And you know who came through to defend them? That's right, the big G-O-D, God. And that's not all God did. He made the enemy army blind. They couldn't see anything anymore. Lights out. The army was so confused that they went up to Elisha to ask him where they could find Elisha. He was able to trick them though, and he led them straight toward the Israel army. And when they got there, Elisha prayed to God to open their eyes. They were so confused when they realized where they ended up. And you would think that they were in big trouble, but no. Elisha told the king of Israel to whip up something special for the enemy army to eat, like the most epic feast ever. But for the bad guys? Yup. So that's what they did. And after their bellies were stuffed, the king sent them on their way. And surprise, 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 the king of Aram and his army didn't bother God's people for a long time. God had defended them once again. You may not realize it, but God defends you too. He has so many names, and Defender is a powerful one that can give you courage no matter what you're facing. We may not be able to see God or his angels, but they're real and they're always around. There is nothing we need to fear because God is our defender. Well, that's all I got today for my pro-questionators. China's been fun, but it's time to catch that Panda Express on out of here. See you next time.
Boys and girls, it was such a blast exploring China today. Before we go, let's say our series memory verse together. Are you guys ready? Let's get our hands ready. Those who know your name trust in you. O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Psalm 9:10. Great job, guys. I'm so proud of each of you for working hard on this memory verse. Keep working on it, and I'll see you next week to explore another